do is I'm gonna put it in airplane. I'm gonna turn off.
Yes, there was a delay. There was a delay because there was a lot of bad traffic on their way here.
In case someone gets through airplane mode.
It looks like we're about to get started. Littleton, you should go. Go.
Okay, what?
I'm just teasing.
No one else is doing this.
I know, I feel you. Yeah, we're live. Hi, everybody. We're about to get started, though, so that's exciting. Okay, so starting lineup for the Washington Admirals. Looks like we got Rachel Heald and David Littleton at chaser and Shane at keeper. We got also Brian at chaser and Katrina Hicks at beater with Bernie at beater as well. And then starting line for Boston, I will try my best. We got, oh, let me turn it. We got 22 for Boston, we got 8 for Boston, we got Ian Skura for Boston for chaser, and then I'm not sure about the beaters. I'm very sorry. I will try my best to commentate though.
Yeah, I know.
It was a move on Friday. July 21st.
We have Chris LeCompte out here at head ref.
She's not doing progress anymore. Well, she had been picking up part-time. No, it's all gone.
I did.
Boston, are you ready? Brooms down!
Go DC!
Ready! Brooms up!
We have Brims up. We have David Littleton got the ball back to Shane, the keeper from Washington. And it looks like Washington might get control out of this. We have Brian McConaughey running in and score Washington. The score is currently 10-0 Washington. We had a beater battle here at half, and it looks like we're going to get beater control, dodgeball control out of that for Washington with 2 dodgeballs off pitch. And the third dodgeball is coming in for Boston. We have Boston's keeper walking up the ball slowly. They're going to set up their offense. We got a beat on Brian, their point, coming up. We have Littleton on Ian Skura. Ian Skura with the ball back to the middle for Boston. They're pushing down middle. Back to Skura, back towards middle. Oh, it was a fumbled pass. Littleton went in to try to grab it, and it looks like it's going to be a card for a... Oh, no card, illegal reset. They pushed the ball back over the half, and the ball is going to go to David Littleton there at half. Boston is currently without any dodgeballs. We have Ian in front of Littleton, but it looks like Littleton might have a clean drive all the way in. We'll have Brian with him coming down. Score is currently still 10-0 Washington. Okay, it looks like Boston might have a dodgeball right at their hoops. And goal, Washington! That score 2-0 for Washington. Okay. We're doing high pressure from Washington. They are going to be able to still walk it over. Ball goes to Mayer, down, back behind the hoops, back to Skura behind hoops. We have Ian Skur trying to run around. Skur has a shot on middle hoop, and that's a goal for Boston. Score is currently 2-1. Still in favor of Washington. Okay, we got the ball back into Shane, the keeper for Washington, and Washington's going to walk the ball up. Shane with the ball. We got some good talk coming from Washington. Ball swings down below to Brian behind the hoops. They bring it back up to Shane, over to Rachel. Rachel's looking to move. They're looking to pick. Ball goes down to David Littleton. Littleton scores on the little hoop. Scores 3-10 Washington. Washington attempted to give high pressure. Boston's walking the quad ball up. They swing the ball down below hoops, and it's hard boundary. Ball's going to be turned over to Washington. That really high pressure from Washington really led to a really good turnover from them. Rachel Heald with the quad ball, walking it up, running it up. She passes it off to Shane to the right. Shane's carrying the ball down, below keeper zone. Passes it down to Brian behind hoops. Brian brings it back up to Shane. Shane looks for Rachel. Rachel's looking at David. Back to Rachel. Good recovery from Shane. Ball back to Rachel. Back to Shane. Shane's holding onto it in the middle. Back to Rachel. Rachel to Shane. They beat down at the hoops. Ball to Brian. No good, goal. Just barely missed from Brian. Shane has the quad ball now, trying to run it in. And the ball is turned over to Boston. Ball is now with Ian. And it looks like it's going to probably be a hit from behind on Brian on that quad ball play. I'm going to scoot a little bit ahead of you, so that way. Yep, it's a yellow card, contact from behind on Brian. That is going to be a power play for Boston. So we have Ian Skur up with the ball, now in the power play. It looks like Boston's about to get bludger control too. Okay, Ian's going to run it in. He's running it in. He's looking for a hoop. And misses down there. And Washington maintains their defense and stops that goal. We have a sub for Washington. We have Gaff in. We have Tyler Trudeau in at keeper. It looks like we have Zane and Mellon at beater. Washington's just attempting to try to get their player back in, slow down the game a little bit. Gaff is going to run down below with Jules Bear, and no goal. And that's going to be a turnover to Boston on that missed goal from Gaff. It's a legal reset. The ball is getting turned over to Boston, but we have Tyler Trudeau there to stop Boston's run. Washington is currently dodgeball-less. Goal is currently 30-10 Washington. The ball gets passed off to Ian, and Ian scores a pretty easy walk-up. That gets Brian McCahey back into the game, and he's going to sub off for Cody Narveson. Score is currently 30-20 Washington. We got Melt with the ball, with the dodgeball, Tyler Trudeau with the quad ball. Tyler passes half, and he gets it over to Julia. Julia passes it down to Gaff. Gaff's looking at the hard line and gets beat down at the near hard boundary. Ian Skur is looking to run down. We got some good dodgeball turnover. And they get stuffed at the hoops, but But there's a question if the ball actually went through the hoops. Chris LeConte said good, but all the other ARs are thinking no. They are saying that the goal is good for goaltending. The score is 30-30.
On the whistle.
Score is 30-30. We got Tyler Judo walking down with the quad ball, and a great pick by Julia Bear. Okay. Tyler's waiting for a beater to get in front of him. Tyler passes it down to Cody Narvison behind the hoops. Back up to Gaff in the middle. Gaff passes it back to Tyler. We got dodgeball control for Washington. Tyler goes down to Jules. Jules goes to Cody Narvison. Narvison puts it in the hole! And there is a hand up. Cody Nardone. My bad, that was Cardi Nardone for Washington. It was a goal on the top hoop by him. Score is currently 40-10. We have Taylor Crawford with the ball walking it up. He passes it off to 17 for Boston. 17 brings the ball to the left, and it goes back to Crawford. Crawford passes it down low to Boston. Boston brings it back up high. Boston 80 brings the ball back up high, or 20. Back to Crawford. Crawford's looking for a shot. He passes it back up to 20, but there's some... He gets scared off by Cody Nardone. And 20 finds at the little hoop, a good goal. Score is currently 40-40. We got some subs in. We have Diana in at beater. We have Colin in at beater. Riley Stars just subbed in. And Julie Nutzel. Gaff currently with the quad ball, bringing it up. Pass off to Riley Stars. Riley Stars looking at the beater and gets the ball off to Julie. Julie's chasing the ball down at the hard boundary and gets out. And there is a hand up. Possible advantage play. Contact from behind on Boston. Oh, Julie gets tackled off pitch, ball out, and Tyler gets beat. I promise you I'm trying. I know some people from Boston. We got Taylor carrying the ball up. We got a sub in for the beaters on Boston as well. Crawford's still walking the ball up middle. Ball off to middle, 17. Back to Crawford. Trudeau pops out to him. And clear. Good goal by Taylor Crawford for Boston. Score is 50-40. Boston now. Now Riley Stars carrying the ball up. We have Dale Farnan in for keeper for Washington. Adrian Herteski is in for Washington, and Robert Penning for beaters. Dale passes it off back to Riley. Riley back to Dale. TJ with the ball. And TJ back up to Riley. Riley with the ball. Riley's looking to shoot. Back to Dale. Dale to TJ. TJ back to Dale. And TJ got beat down in the hoops. Riley with the ball. Clear. And they're on the ground. Riley is still down. And beat Riley. Quad ball is now over to Boston's hands. Boston is running the ball down. They are looking to shoot. They send it off to 20 for blue, for purple. And another goal for Boston. Score is currently 60-40 Boston. And there's a brooms down. Looks like timeout, Washington. Score is currently 60-40.
I find it really hard to find.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Trails and trails. I've done it a couple times. Not often enough to know the name.
Okay.
Up here?
I think I have a roster.
I had a hard time figuring out
Okay, players are back at their brooms.
Admirals, come on, knock it out, knock it out!
It doesn't have numbers though. I have this, yeah. Okay. After that timeout from Washington, we are back in it. Chris LeCompte is about to bring the ball, or bring the game back to a go. Riley Stars looks like he's going to carry the ball up.
Areas, it gets water and mud, and then it buckles.
That's what the service. Yeah, that's what the service is.
Let's go, DC!
We have Serena and Max at beater for Boston. Ball goes down to Dale behind.
Yeah!
And goal goes in from Dale from Washington. Score is currently 60-50. I promise I just pulled up a roster. I'm trying to get names. And there is a hand up from the refs.
Like a timeout. Always strike short. Any other team, too, an LEO. Well, in both games, they always have this conflict. It takes a lot of time.
I didn't see what happened I'm not sure what the card was on currently. Refs are still discussing. I believe it's something with beater play down there. Okay, Peter, oh, I know.
Up down the play. Missile contact. Recognition off the boundary. Boston, number 67.
Looks like a yellow card for Boston, number 67, Serena Montero, for contact off of the hard boundary. So that is going to be a dodgeball and quad ball turnover to Washington. Score is currently 60-50.
Not just the possession of the skill ball, but possession of the beater. So now, we see both the beater, two of the beater. Probably not the
Okay, the game is going to get started again. Ball is in Riley Starr's hands. Max Haviland with the dodgeball down close to the quad ball though. Max is hustling back before Adrian beats him.
Go, Ronnie, go, Ronnie. Oh.
Riley passes back to Dale. Dale looking for the hoop, passes it back to Riley. Riley gets blocked at the hoops. Riley passes the ball off to Dale. Dale to Julia Rankin. And ball gets turned over by number, I'm trying to figure out, 17 by Tyler Beckman. Crawford with the ball at the keeper line. TJ with the contact. Beat Taylor Crawford. And ball gets bumped out of TJ's hands. And Max Haviland beats out Adrian Koteski to get back. And just misses by Tyler Beckman. Max Haviland with the ball. Dodgeball.
Get some more, DC.
We got a beater play down on Max Havlin, and Robert and Adrian get dodgeball control back for Washington. Dale with the ball at the middle, passes off to Riley Stars. Riley Stars looking for his opportunity behind the hoops. Back to Dale. Riley down to TJ. TJ looks at hoop, and ball does not go in the hoop. There is a brooms down to probably discuss that play. That was a no goal. Score is currently 50-60 Boston. Okay, we have a substitute for Boston. We got Morgan in for Boston, and Ian Skura in, and Harry Greenhouse. Max Havlin taps TJ. Riley Stars giving high pressure. Ball goes down low to Ian Skura. Ian back up to Greenhouse. Greenhouse passes it off to number 39, who is Gregory Bento. Bento to Greenhouse. Greenhouse to Bento. Bento picks Riley Stars off. Greenhouse back to Skura. Skura looking for his opportunity. Beat to Riley Stars. And we got Greg Bento running it in, and score Boston by Greg Bento. Score is currently 70-50 Boston. We got a line substitution for Washington. Back to the starting line. Got Rachel Heald with the ball, carrying it down.
Let's get some offense.
Ball goes down to David Littleton. Littleton back up to Shane. Shane to Rachel. Fiona Weisenhart coming out to tap Rachel. Rachel gets tapped. Skura picks off the quad ball. Fiona taps Brian. Skura currently bouncing the ball down. Littleton tried to give her pressure, but Skura got around him. A friendly beat on keeper for Washington. And we got the ball back to keeper from Washington. Morgan trying to lay on pressure on Shane. Shane gets right past Morgan. Shane going down around. Greg Bento pops out to cover Shane. Pick from Littleton. Shane is just going to run all the way around and give a good goal. 60-70 now. Boston still in the lead. We have Greenhouse with the ball, carrying the ball down. To Skura. We got Bernie applying pressure with beater. Littleton applying high pressure to Skura. Katrina beats out Bento. Skura looking to come around. And Skura tries to pass around, and the ball goes right over Rachel Heald into the goal. Goal for Boston. Score is currently 80-60 Boston. And Boston is now, it looks like we're at 15 minutes. Time is 15 minutes. And it looks like Boston's changing up their defense to a 3-1. Rachel swings the ball down behind to Littleton. Littleton up to Heald. Heald over to Shane. Shane gets right past, and goal for Shane. It is his second goal in a row, 70-80. Currently, Washington's dodgeball is way off, and he's running in. And they called a brooms down to allow the dodgeball to come back in. And now they're remounting. And beat on Washington's beater. Got Greenhouse running in. And Skura scores right over Littleton's head. Another goal, 90-70 for Boston. Okay, we got some subs in. TJ is now in. Zane and Mel are in for Beater. And the rest are staying the same for now. Ball over to Rachel Heald. Heald carrying the ball down to Brian. Brian with the quad ball. Driving in and misses the goal on the middle hoop, but Shane drives it in and they call it no good. TJ with the ball. To Brian, and there's a good goal for Brian, and there's a broom down for possible injury. They're calling it a card on Washington for playing after beat on Brian, so I believe that goal no longer counts. The score is currently 70-90 Boston. Greenhouse with the ball coming in. And Washington gets control of the dodgeballs. Score with the quad ball, kicks the ball up top, and the ball crosses the boundary and is going to be a turnover to Washington. Sorry, half line, not boundary. Ball is getting turned over into TJ's hands. Okay, Heald is subbing out for Julia Bear. We got also Tyler Trudeau in. And Tyler Trudeau just charges in and scores. There's a broom down. There's a potential card for playing through beat or a conversation. The goal is good for Washington. Score is currently 80-90. We have Greenhouse with the quad ball. Looks like we're getting a sub in. Fiona taps out Jules. Kieran comes in for a beater. Ball goes down, up to number 57. I will find their name. Carson with the ball, driving through, and good goal for Boston. Charges right through all of Washington's defense for the goal. So we had a big subline for Boston as well. We have Leanne Dillman in at beater with Kieran Collier. We have coming down to meet the ball is Zach Doyle on the ball. Ball up to Tyler Trudeau. Carson in at keeper. And Athena Mayer down at the other hoop with Ian Skura. Ball is up to Tyler Trudeau. Trudeau to Jules. Jules over to Cody. Cody back up to TJ. TJ to Jules. Jules back to TJ. And TJ passes it right into the hands of number 8. Ooh, okay. High pressure from Washington. May lead to a good goal from Boston. Score is now 11-8. Boston. Tyler Trudeau with the ball. Got Colin and Diana in at Washington beater now. Cody comes in, attempts to set a pick, does not work. Ball goes back up to Jules. Jules down to Gaff. Gaff back up to Jules. Jules to Tyler. Time is currently 19:30. We have a bunch of helicopters coming over. That might be the loud noise you hear. Down to Julia. Julia back to Tyler. Tyler over to Cody. Cody to Tyler. Tyler to Gaff. Gaff to Tyler. Tyler trying to swing off Colin. Tyler charging through as many people as he possibly could. And he's trying to get the ball in. Cody's out there, or Colin's out there beating almost every chaser possible. And Tyler's still trying to drag the ball through to the hoop. Ball goes loose. And Cody hops on the ball. Cody with the ball, and Cody gets beat by Leanne Dillman. Tyler Trudeau with the ball, trying to get the ball. That was a big kerfuffle down there. Athena Mayer currently with the ball. If this is a turnover, that would be the 20-minute timeout point. If not, then it might keep going. It sounds 20-minute timeout. Sounds like there are no cards on the play. Currently, the score is 11-8 for Boston. Washington's been trying to run a high press against Boston. And Boston's been trying to take it away.
Good start.
We got Justin Colin at snitch or flag runner.
Let's go, Justin!
This is a timeout, but then it's a 20-minute timeout.
My little minion.
Yeah, well, he's playing well today, so that's all you really got to know. My left half is baking.
Hi, friend. We're gonna move the tent real fast.
Oh, we
We're gonna move it this way.
We can just move it behind a bit. Yeah, we don't gotta.
Okay, that works.
That should be good, honestly.
Did you say we put that back? Isn't it is?
I'll try not to lean back.
I just, it was sun right here.
Oh.
I was like, oh no.
Well, that would end up very uneven.
Yes.
And you can also move it back a bit. I think it's good right here. I think she's fine. She's doing great. Okay. I got Leanne Dillman and Kieran Collier out at beater for Boston. We got Colin Olazaba in at keeper, currently with the ball. Athena Mayer in at chaser. Zach Doyle in at chaser for Boston. And looks like starting seeker for Boston is going to be Steven Tremple. Okay, it looks like they're giving them a little bit extra time. It is just like absolutely baking. Score is currently 11-8. Set score is going to be 17. Yeah. Once I see who's starting seeker is for Washington, I'll let y'all know. It is 85 degrees with no wind out here. No cloud coverage. It is just coming down baking on this turf field. Yes, we have a tent, thank God. We got a tent. Both teams look like they have tents to sit under, so that's nice, for sure. Looks like we got TJ Generate starting seeker for Washington. So after that kerfuffle down there, Athena Mayer ended up with the quad ball. Tyler Juneau looks like he's going back to hoops. I believe he got beat. We have another helicopter flying over. Maybe they're watching. Who knows? We should get that. We should get that beat. Live stream from the helicopter. Is that within budget? Everybody pitches in $1 right now. We might be able to get a helicopter if you go and sign up for the Patreon. Okay, we got Boston walking the quad ball up. We got a few subs right after I named them. Taylor Crawford in and number 20. Jessica Lee is in for Boston. And the seekers are released. Got Taylor Crawford with the quad ball. Quad ball down to Jessica Lee. Lee tries to take a shot off top hoop and just misses. And the ball is over the midline. Ball is going to John Gaffigan, who ran just a little bit after the whistle, so he's getting his booty scooted back. Gaff with the ball. Lee is trying to come in from behind, and Skur also tries to interact with Julia with a pick. Off to Shane. Shane with the ball. Shane is now advancing the ball right into Ian Skura. Skura attempts to stop Shane. Oh, I got the number wrong there. I'm very sorry. 24. Sorry, it's Sierra Delk. My bad. Thank you. Got Gaff looking. Julia Bear with a pick. Off to Shane. Shane goes through the middle hoop, luckily. Score is currently 90-11. Hicks with a beat. And there is a snitch pull from Washington.
Tom, I got him.
Yeah, it was TJ Generate with the snitch catch or flag runner catch. At the review, the catch is good by TJ. Score is currently now 12.5 to 11
It's all good.
by Washington.
Justin. I got him. Current score, Washington 125, Boston 110. Set score is 170.
Washington currently without any dodgeballs. Crawford is running the ball down. So going to pass it off to Athena. Athena scores. Score is currently 12 to 12.
So he grabbed the snitch. And they get, 40 points or something.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh my, in your, there's an audio.
Okay. Yeah. Riley passes it off to Julia Rankin. Rankin carrying the ball down. Rankin down to Littleton. Okay, Athena pops out to Littleton. Littleton down to Dale. We got Sierra out to Dale to try to stop, and good goal for Dale. The score is currently 13 to 12. Crawford picks up the ball. Crawford's looking to run it down. Ball goes off to Peter Lawrence. Peter Lawrence going for the middle hoop. Misses the middle hoop. Ball goes back to Crawford. Crawford with the quad ball. Tackle by Dale Farnan. Lawrence with the ball. Lawrence carrying the ball around. Riley Stars staying high. Ball down to Julia Rankin, grabs the ball and gives it off to Dale. There are no goals there. Ball goes to Littleton for some subs. We got Rachel Heald in with Littleton and Stars, and looks like Shane is in. Okay, Boston back into a 2-2 defense. Ball goes to Heald from Stars. Heald down to Littleton. Back up to Heald. Bernie taps 24. I believe that's Sierra. Riley to Shane. Shane out to Littleton. Littleton through the middle hoop. Score is 14-12 Boston. Or 14-12 Washington, my bad. Set score is 17. That brings Washington to 3 goals to win, and Boston needs 5.
Keep it tight.
Crawford passes the ball down low to Bento, I believe. Let me double check. Bento back to Crawford. To Lawrence. Lawrence looking, and he dunks on the middle hoop. Good goal. Lawrence scores. It is currently 13-14 Washington. Shane currently carrying the ball down. We had a beater sub for Washington. Looks like we have Mel and Zane in. TJ with the ball. Ball back up to Riley. Max Havlin beats beater. Rachel's driving, looking, trying to draw the beater out, and ball gets picked off by number 17, Tyler Beckman. Crawford with the ball. Crawford with the ball. Crawford passes down to Lawrence. Lawrence passes back up to Crawford. Crawford just saves the ball from going over half again. Crawford down to Lawrence. Lawrence to MB. It's down to Beckman. Beckman gets possibly B or just the dodgeball, knocked the quad ball out of his hand. B on Lawrence, and we got Shane carrying the ball up. We got a beater sub, Adrian is now in, and a keeper sub, Tyler Trudeau is now in. Score is currently 14-13. Set score is 17. Washington is in the lead. Back to TJ. Beat to Trudeau. Trudeau back to Tyler, or to TJ. TJ looking to spin away from... And TJ maintains the quad ball. Quad ball goes over to Stars. Stars getting pressured back to midline. Ball goes to Rachel Heald. Just missed by Delk. And just a little kerfuffle in the middle. And Trudeau and Balia get bumped into each other. Yeah, that kerfuffle. Score is currently 14-13 Washington. Set score is 17. Ball got turned over to Boston due to just a little kerfuffle from Washington. Crawford with the quad ball. Running up. B on Generate. Ball in Crawford's hands. Crawford gets beat. And there's no goal. Crawford got beat right before the ball released from his hands. Ball to keeper, Tyler Trudeau. We got Cody in at Chaser, Jules Bear in, and Gaffigan are in. We got Robert in at Beater.
Play hard, play hard.
Adrian pressures dodgeballs. Adrian gets threatened. Adrian accidentally beats some of the purple chasers. And Lawrence with the quad ball, charging down. He's going into a no quad ball situation, and the ball gets knocked out from Tyler, but it goes right into Delk's hands. Ball goes over the hoops, back to chasers. Washington is just ecstatic from that play. Score is still 14-13. Ball is being carried down by Tyler Trudeau. Trudeau to Bear. Bear down to Narvone. Narvone over to Gaff. Gaff back up to the top to Jules.
Get it!
It is Boston ball. Sounds like it was thrown after. Just a late throw by Gaff. Ball gets turned over to, I'm very sorry, Olazaba. Olazaba currently with the quad ball, walking it up. We got Havlin and McCready in at beater. Ball goes over to Lawrence. Lawrence passes off to Olazaba. Pass back up top to Pullen with the ball. A great save from McCready to keep the ball live for Boston. Lawrence with the ball. Lawrence walking up behind his beaters. Down to 0. Ball goes over to number 57 for Boston. Boston up to Lawrence. Beat from Adrian Korteski. Gives the ball over to Gaff. Gaff is running the ball down, but he did not have any support with a beater in front. And Rice beats out. And Havlin comes in and steals the ball from Korteski, but with a double beat, Washington has control again. Goes out to Nardone. Nardone running the ball in, just misses the hoop, but it bounces to Tyler Trudeau, and Trudeau puts it through, and there's a broom down possible play. If this goal is good, the score will be for 15-13.
I'm going right now.
I'm not sure what the refs are talking about right now. Once we know, I'll let you know. The passing in this game has just been phenomenal on both sides. The ball has been moving. And the goal is good. Score is 15-13. Washington. Set score is 17. Olazaba with the ball. Oh, back to Skura. Skura with the ball. Skura goes down to Greenhouse. Greenhouse back up to Skura. Skura looking up. Pass to Pullen. Pullen with the ball currently. Skura with the ball. Skura back to Pullen. Pullen to Greenhouse. Ball goes down up to Greenhouse. To Pullen. Pullen just misses the shot. It was a great look. Skura tries to keep the ball alive. Skura keeps the ball alive on the hard boundary. Okay, we're live again. I'm so sorry. I thought the phone died, and then it got locked, and so we are set now.
All right, DC, get in there, get in there!
Am I from further?
Brandon for there's that's it. Yeah.
No, this needs Android. And ball is in Skura's hands. Skura carrying the ball down. Score is currently 15-13 still. Ball out to Greenhouse. Greenhouse. And the ball goes through the hoops. Tied score now. 15-15. Oh, sorry, it's not tied score. 14-15. Still in Washington's favor. Ball comes into Shane.
I can grab a charger in between.
Yeah, we need Android. I don't know. We're at 19%. Yeah. Shane with the ball, carrying it down. Ball goes down to Littleton. Littleton back up to Shane. Shane meeting back up with his beater Diana. Diana leading him in. Shane passes down to Littleton. Littleton gets around. Littleton to Heald, and Heald scores on the little hoop. Score is currently 16-14. Next goal for Washington wins. Ball is out. And the ball got turned over by Washington's hard press on Greenhouse at keeper zone. There's a possible conversation about late contact after the ball was out. We will see what happens. The reset is good. Brian's high pressure. The ball is turned over to Washington. Washington currently has a beater behind him. He's all alone by himself. And the goal goes through the middle hoop. That is game-winning goal from Brian. Score was 17.5 to 14. The next game should begin in around 15 minutes.
Yeah, no. Thanks for playing.
Okay, the game is about to start. Starting lines for Washington Admirals.
When everything was empty. Right. We could see, we looked in from the back alley, so we could see the back.
Okay, starting lineups for the Washington Admirals. We have Shane out, Littleton, Brian Mulcahy, Bernie Burgess, Katrina, and Rachel Heald starting for Washington. Starting for Boston, we have Athena Mayer, Carson Olazaba. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. We're ready. Aaron McCready, Ian Skura, Zach Doyle, and I'm very sorry I can't see the last beater. I will let you know when I
Ready! Rooms up!
know. And Littleton gets the ball back to McCahey. McCahey down to Heald. And Boston shuts down Washington. Olazaba passes it off to Skura. Skura brings the ball down. Hicks is coming up to tap beat, gives a tap beat, and throws back to hoops. And now Washington without balls, they're both running for it. Burgess gets the ball back in. Olazaba attempts to run in, passes it back to number 8. Doyle to Mayer. Mayer with the ball. Burgess beat. Mayer to Skura. Back to Mayer. And Olazaba pushes the ball out of hard boundary. Littleton with the ball. Littleton running. Shane with the ball. Shane with the ball, still running in. And Olazaba knocks the ball down. Skura with the ball back to Olazaba. Skura with the ball. Skura running down. Littleton meets him. Back up to Olazaba. Skura with the ball again. Ball goes down to Mayer. Mayer just drops the ball behind. Ball goes out. Gets back to Shane. Back to the keeper. And Washington works on getting control. Heald back to Shane. Shane back to Heald. Shane gets beat. Littleton with the ball. Littleton goes to Brian. Brian back to Littleton. Littleton tries to go to the middle hoop, but hits Skura. Littleton to the ball to Heald. Ball gets turned over to Boston. Score is still 0-0. Olazaba carrying the quad ball down. Dillman beats Burgess. Goes down to Doyle. Doyle currently with the quad ball. Trying to run around Shane. Shane wraps and pushes him off. There is a hand raised though for that play. Possible behind the contact. Back contact for Washington.
Yeah, in the alley, right. Great, that's great.
Okay, ball gets turned over to Doyle. Ball is in Doyle's hand. And ball goes over to Ozawa, and there's a score for Boston. Score is currently 10-0. That is the first goal of the game. Mulcahy with the quad ball. Stars and Generate are in. Ball goes over to Heald. Heald to TJ. Back to Heald. Heald to Mechanic. Brian has it. Brian trying to wrap around. Gets the ball back out to Heald. Heald with the ball down to Stars. Star keeps it in. Stars back up to Heald. Heald to TJ. Generate looking for a run. Generate running down. Gets over to Brian. Brian with the ball still. Brian barely misses game beat. Brian still running the ball in. Brian gets beat. No good. Okay, it looks like we have a change of lines for Boston. We have Crawford in at keeper, Skirt in at chaser.
Well, we're going to no
24. Athena. Back up to Skura. Kyrian taps out Generate. Skura tries to charge through. Generate still Skura, and there is a hand raise, possible back comment by Mulcahy. Skura starting with the ball. Looks like Beckman's off broom and Delk is waiting by the hoop. Goal is no good. Beat, Gray. Crawford with the quad ball carrying it up. Beat on Skura. And it is a turnover to Washington. Score is currently 10-0 still, Boston. Beat on. You can do that. There is a question about that beater play. My understanding is that beaters can swat other dodgeballs, but I'm not sure. Okay, no foul. Play is still good. Stars currently with the quad ball. Stars slowly carrying on. Boston attempting to give a really high pressure.
Beat Gray.
Stars.
Boundary, Boston ball, and now Boston.
It is Boston ball. Rankin attempts to shut down Crawford. Crawford passes it off to Lawrence. Lawrence still with the ball. Back to Beckman. Beckman just misses. Ball gets passed out to Lawrence. Lawrence just misses the top hoop. And there is a hand raised. It sounds like there's an illegal interaction. I'm so sorry, I missed why the card is. I believe it's for the dismounting the hoops, possibly an illegal dodgeball swat. We will see. Now, head ref Chris LeConte is currently fixing the hoops, making sure they're set up correctly before he resumes the play. Delk with the ball down near boundary. The rule in MLQ is that if there's a foul occurs, you can go to the nearest restrictor line. So Delk chose to go back to the keeper line. Delk currently with the quad ball in her hand. Zane beats. Beat before. The goal is no good. Beaten it before. Crawford grabs the ball though and puts it through the top hoop. The score is currently 20-0 Boston. That just shows that Crawford was not willing to let it end right there. He was going until the whistle was blown. Ball back to McKahee, now to Generate. Generate carrying the quad ball up. We have Dale Farner in. Dale currently with the ball. Dale passes off to Stars. Stars gets past Delk. Generate gets beat. And we have a race to the quad ball, but Rankin gets beat. We have Beckman with the ball. Beckman passes off to Lawrence. They're looking to score. They pass off to Crawford. Crawford gets the ball back out to Lawrence. Lawrence just gets missed by beat. Beckman with the ball, and the ball goes through the hoop for Beckman. Score, if this goal is good, there's a brooms down. If the goal is good, score is 30-0. Hey y'all, if you're gonna talk, can you go away from the camera? I'm really sorry. Goal is no good. I'm very sorry I missed live. Lawrence is off broom. Rankin currently with the ball. Rankin gets the ball to Dale. Dale currently carrying the ball up. We got a huge sub for Washington. We got Nardone in Bear and Gaffin, and it looks like we're getting Trudeau in. Also for beaters, we got Colin Bourne and Diana in Bear. Colin is tapping, leading in Bear. Bear passes off to Cody. Cody fumbles the pass and just misses the kick before he gets beat. Unfortunate turnover for Washington. Crawford currently carrying the quad ball up. We got a beater sub for Boston, along with Morgan coming in. Max Havlin and I believe Sierra is in for Boston. Ball goes back up for Peter Lawrence. Peter Lawrence to Beckman. Howard presses. Ball goes off to Lawrence. Lawrence tries to get the ball out before getting beat, and they're calling that natural motion. Beckman with the ball. Ball goes to the Washington team. Bertrand. I'm very sorry for any mispronunciations. Been trying my best. The hand was raised. There was a illegal interaction, illegal swat by number 17 on Boston. That's Beckman is going off the pitch with a blue card. So we have a power play. Cody Nardone with the quad ball. Slowly bringing it up. Going. And we got some good beats. Julia Bear with the ball and just misses. Hits off the rim. Julia trying to get the ball off. And I believe they are going to call contact after dismount on Julia Bear. She will be in the box for 1 minute or until a good goal from Boston. Score is currently 20-0. Hey, it was Julia, not Tyler this time. We have Crawford carrying the ball up, and we got a sub in for a new player from Boston who has not played this entire time. Washington's looking to do a hard press. Ball goes off and Trudeau cuts it down. Looks like William Richardson is in for Boston. We got Trudeau carrying the quad ball up. We got beater control or dodgeball control on with Washington. Washington's looking to walk behind their beaters. Bourne beats out Max Havlin. Ball goes back up to Gaff. Gaff sends the ball back to Trudeau. Trudeau is looking to drive in, gets it off to Cody, and Cody scores through the top hoop. That is the first goal for Washington. Score is currently 20-10. Washington is finally on the board. Crawford with the quad ball.
Come on, DC, keep it up.
Haviland with the dodgeball now. Crawford carrying the quad ball up. Julia Bear's going to meet him at the half pitch. Bear's getting pushed back from Haviland. Bear gets beat. Ball goes over to Richardson. Nardone meets him at the keeper zone, and it goes back up to Crawford. Crawford with the ball looking to shoot. Goes back over to Skura. Skura with the ball looking to shoot. Goes back up high to Crawford. Crawford with the ball behind Haviland with the dodgeball support. Both dodge. And Crawford trying to drive in through all of the Washington chasers and scores. Score is currently 30-10 Boston. Time is currently 10 minutes. Score is 30-10 Boston. Trudeau with the ball walking up next to Korteski. Trudeau goes down to Bear. Beater swinging out. Goes to Trudeau back. Trudeau looking to drive, and he scores on the medium hoop. But Boston's coming in hard against the Beaters, and so many beats. I'm so sorry. And unfortunately, Washington throws away dodgeball control. We got Bento carrying the quad ball down. He goes to swings around, gets it off to Bertman, and Morgan scores. Trudeau with the quad ball, Korteski hunting down, and there is a hand up for a possible card. I believe it was a dodgeball play down at Boston's hoops. Something happened on the other side of the camera.
Dangerous kick, Washington.
Sounds like it's a dangerous kick on. Yellow card on Robert Rice for an illegal kick. Bertram. Okay. Bento currently carrying the ball up, and he slows down. Okay, Morgan with the ball. Trudeau with and brings her down, but they are going to call from behind for that contact. I believe what happened was Trudeau released the contact and then brought it back in. So we have two Admirals in the sin bin right now. Morgan Bertram with the ball. Got Ian Skura behind her, and she has dodgeball control as a support. Haviland goes and beats Littleton. Skura with the ball. Ball goes off to Richardson, but Richardson with the ball, and the ball goes through. Good goal. Score is 50-20. We got Robert Rice as a beater coming back in. Okay. Gaffigan currently with the ball, carrying it up. It looks like Boston has now switched to a mark defense. We've seen every single defense from Boston today. Littleton with the ball out towards hard boundary. Gaffigan with the ball. He's running towards Littleton, but tries to cut back, and ball goes to Littleton. Littleton with the ball. Clear, they're calling Littleton B. And the ball is turned over. Score is currently 50-20 for Boston. Skura running the ball down, pushing his team to go. Skura got the ball out to Bertram. Ball goes out to Richardson. Bear stops the pass. Ball back to Gaffigan. Field subs in with Shane and Brian Mulcahy. Ball goes to Littleton. Littleton using Korteski as a shield with the dodgeball. Littleton passes down to Shane. Skura comes out to meet Shane. Ball goes back up to Littleton. Littleton goes to Heald. Heald passes down to McCahey. McCahey gets beat by Havlin, but Littleton is on the run to try to stop it, but is hard boundary for Boston. Skura with the quad ball, bringing it in. Littleton tries to give high press. We got Mayer with the quad ball currently, and a whole sub line for Boston. With Olazaba at keeper. Weisenhart in at beater with Andrew. Back up to Mayer. Mayer with the quad ball. Mayer looking for behind, and Heald cuts it down. Beat on Weisenhart. And Burgess gets control back for Washington. Stars is now in for Washington, and timeout for Admirals.
Timeout. Wash. Keep it up. Oh, what's it up?
Oh yeah, keep it, yeah.
Are you sure? Oh, okay. Ours too. Current score is 50-20 Boston. They're I'm sure Washington right now is talking about slowing down the pace and playing their game.
Keeping their heads.
And the wise words of Taylor Swift. Okay, Shane passes off to Heald. Heald yelling for Brian to come out. Back to Shane. Shane goes back to McCahey, but good goal! Score is 40-50 Washington. Whatever they said in that timeout must have worked. Olazaba carrying the ball down. Passes off to Doyle. Doyle back to Olazaba. Andrews taps Stars. Ball goes up to Doyle. Doyle to Tremple. Tremple tries to chase it down, gets the ball. Ball goes back to Doyle. Doyle passes off to Mayer. Mayer gets it through the top hoop on just a miraculous score after being pushed down by Rachel Heald. There's not a lot of people that can shoot over her. Shane with the ball. Passes off to Heald. Heald slowly walking down. Ball goes down to McCahey. McCahey back to Heald. Heald back with the ball. Heald shoots at the top hoop and kind of tries to get off the Stars, but Stars got beat right away. Olazaba with the ball coming back down. No goal. Score is currently 60-30. Olazaba with the ball. Getting it set picked by Mayer. Ball goes out to Mayer with the ball. Tries to shoot on the medium hoop and misses. And now it is in Shane's hands. Shane carrying the quad ball down for Washington. Shane waiting for his beater to get back in. We have a sub in for Katrina Hicks. It goes to Mel. Shane to Stars. Stars following behind Burgess. And we had a sneaky attack from Mel. And Heald passes down to Brian. McKahee to Stars. Stars to Shane, making a great cut. And ball just, oh, there's a possible discrimination as to if the ball went through the hoop or not. So let's see what this tuck is. Hydrated Hydro. The goal is currently 60-30. If this goal is called good, we will have a closer game. The goal is no good. Sounds like the ball did not go through the hoop.
Ball's out of bounds. Inbound Boston.
The ball is off hard boundary, and it's going to be an inbound for Boston. Olazaba is going to go retrieve it from the hard boundary.
On the whistle.
Olazaba walks it in. Looks like we're going to have a beater change. Kieran Collier in with Leanne Dillman for beaters. Mayer with the ball, carrying it up down middle. Stars looking to come up and meet, but Collier knocks Stars back to hoops. Got Olazaba with the ball. Olazaba carrying the quad ball around. Passes off to Lawrence. Lawrence back to Olazaba. And there is a hand raised and there's a blue card on Olazaba playing after B. Burgess had a double beat there, and Olazaba was unaware. That will be a quad ball turnover. Shane carrying the quad ball. Pass off to McKahee. McKahee just misses the hoop, and it's a turnover to Boston. Lawrence staying down on it. Doyle passes it back to Lawrence. Lawrence walking the ball up. Okay, Washington looked to give a high press defense. Crawford's in now. You know that thing in the ref test in which if a dodgeball pops on the broom? Well, that just happened on Leanne Dillman's broom. Very interesting. If you didn't know, if equipment malfunctions, they have to call a broom down so they can change it out. It did happen. It was very exciting. Okay, the Boston beater was beat before it popped. Dillman is going back to hoops. Okay, Crawford with the quad ball down, kind of in line with the hoops. Crawford looking to run around Shane. Crawford passes way high, just misses the goal. Back up to Olazaba, who just finished their time in the sin bin. To Lawrence. Lawrence gets wrapped by Stars. Stars almost pushes them over half. Olazaba with the ball. Goes back to Lawrence. Stars gets beat from Dillman. Zane attempts to beat Lawrence. Must have actually beat. Okay, McKahee with the ball. Running down with Nutzel. McKahee passes over to Shane. Shane fakes a shot and scores for Washington. Score is currently 40-60 Washington. Okay, we have Crawford carrying the ball up. Looks like Beckman just subbed in along with Delk. Ball goes down to Lawrence. Lawrence back up to Crawford. Crawford looks to drive, but passes off to Beckman. Beckman passes to Lawrence, who gets beat. And they're calling it a throw after beat, so Washington's ball.
I just said, like, I'm here.
Farnan with the ball. Walking up. We got Neutral out. Farnan passes off to Generate. Generate looks to swing a low. Passes off to Cardone. Cardone over to Neutral. Neutral looks to drive but gets beat. Ball gets turned over to Beckman. Beckman with the ball looking to drive. Beckman gets beat. And ball gets turned over to TJ. Generate passes to Cardone. Cardone looks to pass back to TJ. TJ gets beat and Dale puts it in, but I believe TJ was beat before. I think he just didn't know. And time is 19 minutes. If this goal is good, the game is going to be 6-5. Okay. Washington was beat before. Generate was beat before, passing off to Dale. Goal is no good. Score is still currently 60-40. Crawford is going to have the ball to start at this 19-minute time. Washington with one dodgeball. Crawford with the quad ball. Collier comes in, gives high pressure. Crawford with the quad ball. Off to Lawrence. Back to Crawford. Down to Beckman. Back up to Lawrence. Lawrence to Crawford. Crawford gets it out before Generate. Off to Beckman. Lawrence with the ball. Generate cuts them down. Lawrence to Delk, and Delk scores. It was a beautiful pass off to Delk from Lawrence. Farnan with the ball. Time is last possession is 20 minutes officially. Score is currently 70-40. Washington's looking to just get it within flag runner catch. Farnan passes it off to Nardone. Nardone with the ball, swinging left. Nardone passes off to Farnan. Farnan back to Nardone. Nardone looks to swing it and passes it off to Gaffigan. Gaffigan with the ball. Looking to slow it down a little bit. Gaffigan waiting for Nardone and Bourne to get back in. To Nardone. Nardone back to Farnan. Farnan to Gaffigan. Gaffigan back to Farnan. Farnan to Nardone. Nardone gets beat, but gets it off to Neutral, and is officially 20 minutes. Turnover to Boston. Score is currently 70-40. Got Justin Cole at flag runner as well.
If you take the big one,
Add them together.
I mean, I have good enough.
Good find now.
Okay, looks like the timeout is ending. Set score is currently 130. Score currently is Boston at 70 and Washington at 40. The question is, will TJ Jenrette do it again and tie up the score, or looks like Beckman is coming in for a flag runner for Boston. I think it's still secret. Justin Cole is in at flag runner. Beckman and Jenrette look like they are going to be our starting seekers for this time.
Hey! We can run on this, easy. Hey, this is an easy goal right here.
Max Havlin calling for Greenhouse to just run the ball. Washington's currently dodgeballless.
Current scores,
And
Boston 70, Washington 40. Set scores 100. Hey, I can prevent this sub so this even can come on play.
Okay, game is about to begin again. Again, Boston is at 70, Washington's at 40, and set score is 130. Okay, Washington's hustling down. Crawford carrying the ball. Jules tries to meet him, but gets pushed out of the way, and Greenhouse scores from a pass. Farnan with the quad ball. We got Farnan carrying the quad ball down. Crawford's ready to meet with him. Cody Nardone with the ball. Nardone looking for a pass. Up to Rankin. Rankin pretends to pass, and there is a flag catch by Boston. And we'll see what happens. Rankin currently with the ball. Boston waiting to see if their catch is good. Washington setting up flames and hope that the catch is called good. There's a long discussion going on, I believe, whether Beckman was beat or not by Bourne. But there's also a question if Bourne was on Broom, possibly. So we will see what the call is.
Hey! Someone to play. Hi.
Catch is good for Boston. Okay. Catch is good by Boston. That puts Boston up 11-4. Set score is 13. Boston's looking just to finish this game off.
Current score, Boston 115. Washington 40. Set score is 130. 130. We know.
Oh, 150. Okay, that makes
On
sense.
the whistle.
Rankin pretending to pass it off and scores for Washington. That brings the score up to 11-50 or 11-5. Well, 115-50 if we want to be technical. Crawford with the quad ball. McCready comes in and taps out Nardone. Ball goes off to Greenhouse. Greenhouse gets beat and passes off to Crawford. Crawford has the ball. Howard beats Greenhouse. Howard gets beat herself. Crawford driving the ball in with Rankin and Nardone in the way. Crawford shoots right over Bear. We got Heald in. Farnan just subbed out. We have Littleton and Shane in with beaters Korteski and Rice. Heald carrying the quad ball down. It looks like now Boston is now running a mark defense. We've just seen everything from Boston. Now there's a little bit of a kerfuffle down, and Shane gets beat, and Greenhouse now has the quad ball. Justin, Cole, can you move off? Thank you. Crawford with the quad ball, carrying it up. Trades with Skura. Back to Greenhouse. Korteski comes out to beat Greenhouse, and Littleton cuts them down. Bear is subbing for McKahee. Got Littleton carrying the quad ball up for Washington. Score is currently 12-5. Set score is 13. Boston needs one more goal to win. Littleton to Shane. Currently in mark defense. Littleton looking where to go. Trying to stay behind Korteski. Ball goes down to Shane. Shane goes back up to Littleton. With a screen from McKahee. Littleton going up middle. And Max Havlin coming to give high press, and Littleton gets beat. Greenhouse going to charge down in and scores through the top hoop. That is game for game 2. Score is 135-50. I believe the game will begin in 15 minutes for game 3 for the possibility for second place in the East. If you don't know, second place is very important to get for both of these teams to have a nice restful day on Saturday of MLQ champs. So once the game starts back up, we will get going. And we're back, everybody, for Game 3 of Washington versus Boston. The score is currently, the games are currently 1-1. This game takes the second seed in the Eastern region. Each team is equal in a, the loudest car ever. Each team is equal in flag runner polls. Go, Robert, we have a lot of we got some Rob fans out in here, up in this place. That's okay, I don't have anything else to say. I was hoping they would get going faster. And starting lineups for whichever team gets out first, I will say it. For Boston, we have Lawrence and Delk and Beckman out at chaser, Crawford out at keeper, and Andrews and McCready out at beater for Boston. For the Washington Admirals, we have Littleton, Nardone, and Bear out for chaser, Trudeau out at keeper, and Hicks and Burgess out for our beaters. Promising.
Just in time for it's going to definitely be a tough fight.
Some conversations about if the dodgeballs are inflated enough or deflated enough, possibly. It is really hot out. There's no wind, no shade anywhere. Just the sun beaming down on us here at RFK Park. Both teams are ready to go. They're fired up. They're ready to take second place. Chris LeCompte, head ref, is about to get this game underway.
Boston, are you ready? Brooms down! Ready! Brooms up!
And Littleton gets the ball once again. Now it's 3 for 3 for Littleton getting the ball back. Boston beaters beat. Trudeau down to Bear. Bear trying to run around. Back up to Trudeau. Trudeau passes off to Littleton. And Washington has dodgeball control as well. Ball goes down to Nardone. Nardone back up to Littleton. Littleton to Trudeau. Crawford pressures Trudeau. Trudeau tries to swing out but doesn't get the ball out. Gets it off to Bear though. Bear with the quad ball. Up to Littleton. Littleton gets beat right into Lawrence's hands. Lawrence running the ball down. They have the quad ball, looking left, looking right, and they put it through the medium hoop. Trudeau with the quad ball. Washington right now trying to figure out what went wrong right there. Score is currently 1-0 Boston. Gaffigan subs in for Littleton. Trudeau currently carrying the quad ball down. Trudeau looking left, looking at Cody, passes off to Bear. Bear with the quad ball. Bear beats Stelk. Back to Nardone. Nardone shoots way high above the middle hoop. And the quad ball's like way off the pitch. They're going to go get it. Okay, Crawford with the quad ball. Crawford carries the quad ball up, passes down to Lawrence. They carry the ball. Nardone gets beat. Trudeau steps up to meet. Beckman with the quad ball. Off to Delk, and Delk scores on the little hoop. Trudeau with the quad ball, trying to run it down. Crawford off broom. Friendly fire. Tyler dunks it through 4 different defenders. A classic Trudeau special there. And there is a blue card for unsportsmanlike contact on number 19, Trudeau. Tempers are rising. Okay, so that's a second blue card for unsportsmanlike conduct on Trudeau. Trudeau now has 1 minute in the box or until 2 good goals. Score is currently 10-20, Boston in the lead. Ball currently in Crawford's hands. The score, the 2 games so far they're tied at games. Thank you, Keelan. Okay. Crawford carrying the quad ball up the field. Collier beats out Nardone and pushes back Bear. Passes off to Beckman, and Beckman scores. Score is currently 30-10, Boston. Ball back to Gaffigan. Gaffigan starts with it. Hey, Nardone with the quad ball, staying behind Hicks. Back up to Gaffigan. Gaff looks to passes to Nardone. Nardone puts it through the little hoop and scores. Score is currently 20-30. Beckman passes the ball to Crawford. Crawford with the quad ball, running the ball up, trying to push fast. Lawrence tries to set a pick. Fair in front of Crawford. Crawford slows it back down. That ball goes back up to Beckman. Beckman with the quad ball, looking to pass it off to Cody. Gets beat. Jules grabs on. Crawford with the ball. Gaffigan in between Crawford and the goal. Ball goes back to Beckman. Bear gets beat. There is an illegal contact, illegal play from number 17, Boston Beckman for being off broom with the ball. Not looking. Okay. Trudeau with the ball. Trina with a great tackle on Collier. Trudeau with the quad ball, carrying it down. Burgess comes in and beats out. Currently no dodgeball, and Gaffigan puts the ball through the hoop. The score is currently 30-30. It is a tied ball game. Crawford grabs the quad ball. Passes the ball off to Skura. We have some subs in. Looks like Skura and Doyle and Mayer are in at the quad ball game with ball back off to Skura. And that is a goal for Boston. Score is currently 40-30. I'm sorry, I missed who scored. Gaffigan with the ball. Field currently walking up with the quad ball. Time is currently 5 minutes. McConaughey comes down low. Littleton with the quad ball. Littleton passes down to McConaughey. McConaughey passes up to Littleton. Littleton to Heald, just over her head. But McCahey gets to the ball before it crosses hard boundary. Trying to juke around Doyle. Gets the ball back to Heald. Heald now using beater protection. Ball to Littleton. Sierra gets beat at middle hoop. Ball down to McKay. McKay back up to Heald. Heald to Littleton. Using Smith as protection, but the keepers were in front. Beat Mayer. Back up to Heald. Heald over to Littleton. Washington really slowing down the game. Back up to Littleton. Littleton powering through Mayer. Back out to McConaughey. McConaughey through the middle hoop. That is a score for Washington. 5-4. Olada trying to pass the ball out. Gets it out to Doyle. Doyle back to Owalda. Littleton cuts it down. Grabs the ball, but Mayer is attempting to tackle, and it looks like there might be a card on that.
Legal contact. Contact after dismount. On ball.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like yellow card for illegal contact on Mayer. It's 1 minute in the box. Littleton with the quad ball. We got a sub for beaters. Looks like Bourne is in with Smith. McConaughey carrying the quad ball down. Heald waiting for him. Ball gets it down to Heald. Heald carrying the quad ball. Heald looking where to throw. Throws down to Littleton at that corner. Littleton back to Heald. Heald looks to drive it in. Looking. Gets it back up to McConaughey. McConaughey to Heald. Heald to McKay. Skuro is on the run for him though. Back to Brian. Heald to Littleton. Littleton to the little hoop and a good goal. Score is currently 50-40 Washington. Olazaba passes off to Mayer. Mayer back to Olazaba. Stars on it. Back to Skura. Skura looks to cut around. Picked by Olazaba, but runs right into Stars. Stars gets beat. Skura looks to run in. Looks left, looks right. Passes it to Mayer, and good goal by Mayer. Score is a tie ball game again. 50-50. McConaughey passes off to Stars. Stars currently walking the quad ball up, passes off to Farnan, who just subbed in for McConaughey. Dale off to Generate. Generate does a little hop, looks left, looks right, passes off to Heald. Heald just misses the catch. Currently, Washington has no dodgeballs. Boston's looking to press, run as far as they can. Mayer tries to set a pick and stops Stars from getting to Skura, and Skura scores on the top goal. Score is 60-50 Boston. Farnan with the quad ball. Passes off to Stars. Boston once again running a mark defense, which we have not seen a lot this summer. Farnan runs with Mayer. Almost runs right to the dodgeballs. Blocks both dodgeballs. Keeps running. Running to look in the hoop and just misses the hoop. And Boston's once again looking to run. Ball in the hand of Ian Skura. You know he's going to juke around Generate. Goes running around. Pick by 39. Skura looks at Doyle. Doyle just misses the tap back in. It was a very close call for Washington right there. Score is currently continuing to be 60-50 Boston. We got Tyler Trudeau back in. Beckman giving Stars a hard life there. Stars with the ball. Rankin with a beautiful pick. Stars goes down, passes up to Rankin. Rankin, back to Generate. Generate, back to Rankin. Diana beats Bertman. Generate with the quad ball. Generate looks to drive, passes on to Rankin, but Morgan gets in their way. Beckman with the quad ball. Stars tries to give a hard pick. Richardson with the ball. Richardson sends it way low. Trudeau tries to get there first. Generate gets there. Sorry, I forgot to move the camera. I got really excited. Doyle gets beat. Trudeau with the quad ball. Down to Generate. Generate back to Trudeau. Trudeau looking to run it in and just misses the middle hoop, but Generate gets the ball. Back up to Trudeau. Neither of these teams want to give up any goals, and neither of them want to leave the ball laying. Feed on Rice. Ball gets down to Generate. Generate just misses, and Gaff just misses the ball. Howard attempts to get the ball in. Richardson running down. Generate with a tackle on Richardson. And a possible beat on Richardson, but it doesn't look like they're going to call it. I think they are deciding friendly fire. Robert Rice clears out everybody, and Gaffigan's just going to hold on to the quad ball. Score is still 50-60. Trudeau crosses half. Trudeau walking down behind Rice. Rice passes off to Korteski. Korteski gets beat. Rice catches a dodgeball. Passes back up to Trudeau. Gets beat, though, from behind. But Rob beats from behind. And Bear with a beautiful tackle. Gaffigan on top of... Bertram gets sent back to hoops, I believe, for net contact. Lawrence is hovering right there, waiting. And it is Washington's quad ball. That high press there. Bear with the ball using Korteski. Andrews just misses a catch on dodgeballs. There are dodgeballs on the ground. Ball goes to Gaffigan. Gaffigan just misses the goal. Washington. There's a conversation. It is Washington's ball, but go. Washington with a little confusion didn't realize it was still their ball off pitch. And they are back in, though. Bear with the ball on the side. Bear looking around. We got Gaff up there with her and Trudeau. Trudeau with the ball. With Rice in between him. And off to Generate. And Generate puts it through the little hoop. Score is tied. Ball game once again, 60-60. The beaters are coming pretty heavy. Okay, Bento with the ball. Bento looking right, passes off to Lawrence. Lawrence back up to Bento. Bento tries to shoot and puts it through the middle hoop. Score is 60-60, but there is a hand up against Washington from the 8 assistant refs. Score is currently 70-60 Boston. Okay, so there's a call on the play, illegal swat on Washington on Gaffigan. But the goal negates the time in the box. Okay, the quad ball is currently in Tyler Trudeau's hands. Trudeau with the quad ball. Score is currently 70-60 in Boston's favor. Ball goes off to Bear. Waits for Korteski. And now Bear is walking it up behind Korteski and Rice. Bear looks to pass down, but goes back up to Trudeau. Bear looks to run. Ball goes back up to Trudeau. Trudeau back up to Gaffigan. Korteski with a beat on Collier. Trudeau throws the ball down over to Littleton. Littleton looking to push, blocks the beat. Gets wrapped by Bento, but he gets it out to Gaffigan, but the ball goes straight to Littleton, Lawrence. Lawrence goes to run it down, but runs right into 4 different chasers, so they decide that's not the best choice. And that's an over in the back. Lawrence crosses over the half pitch. Ball goes to Washington. A little bit confusion, the cones got moved, but that solid white line is our half pitch today. Littleton with the ball with Korteski, possibly leading up, but there is a timeout for Washington. And the timeout is over. Score is currently 70-60 in Boston's favor. The ball just got turned over via an illegal interaction going over and back from the half pitch by Lawrence. We got Littleton with the quad ball. Korteski with the dodgeball right next to him though. They're looking to run it in, I bet. Littleton pushes it in and decides to slow it down. Boston's entire defense got back before he even got close. Collier beats out Littleton. Bear pushes down to Gaffigan. Gaffigan back up to Bear. Jules back to Littleton. And there is a call on the play. Something happened, and I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll find out from Crystal Con. Looked like the AR called it. Illegal swat on Boston's number 0. Let me find her name. Pullen. Emma Pullen is in the sin bin for an illegal contact. Okay, Littleton with the ball. Ball out to Trudeau. Dylan. And Littleton puts it through the middle field with help from Bear, giving a really good screen down on Lawrence. They couldn't really do much about that one. Currently, Crawford carrying the ball down. Beckman with the quad ball. Beat on. Beckman gives the ball over to Washington. Score is currently 70-70. McConaughey with the quad ball. McConaughey passes off to Heald. Heald currently carrying the quad ball down behind Burgess. Washington slowing it way down, trying to get control back. McConaughey with the quad ball. McConaughey passes off to Nardone. Nardone back to McConaughey. McConaughey over to Heald. Heald back up to McConaughey. Just passed the ball all the way around those hoops. Just a big old circle. Down to Heald. Back up to McConaughey. McConaughey pressured from Crawford. Back over to Rachel Heald. Heald looking to run it in. It gives it to McCahey. McCahey scores on the little hoop. It was a beautiful pass. Score is 80-70. Dillman passes McCahey. Ball in Crawford's hands. Crawford looking to charge down. Jukes around Heald and scores on the middle hoop. Score is currently 80-80. With a beautiful drive from Crawford. Crawford doing what Crawford does best in driving to the hoop. Ball off to Heald. Looks like the Boston switches to Mark. They have just changed up their defense all the time. Nardone goes for a drive, but gets scared from Collier with the dodgeball in their hand. McCahey with the ball. Tries to run around. Ball to McCaney. To Rachel Heald, and it goes in that middle hoop. Gorgeous. A little mix-up with the dodgeballs down there. They tripped over each other a little bit, letting Rachel score on that hoop. It was a gorgeous pass and goal. McCready with the dodgeball. Crawford with the quad ball. Walking up. Ball goes down over to Beckman. Beckman back over, but McCahey tries to drop it down, but they beat out McCahey, and Crawford's back with the quad ball. Time is 19 minutes. Looks like we are going to go into flag runner on pitch right at a tied game or around a tied game. Skura with the ball, throws it way over, kind of back to Max Havlin though. Max Havlin beats, and it is a turnover from over and back. The ball is going to the Washington Admirals, probably right at the 20-minute mark. Washington ecstatic at that play from Brian. Burgess and Hicks with control. Nardone with the ball, juking around, passes off to McConaughey, and McConaughey puts it through that hoop. A gorgeous another goal. That puts Washington up to, the score is currently 10-8. And Brooms down for 20. Oh, no, timeout from Boston. This close to 20 minutes. Boston's probably just trying to figure out what they can do right when the flag runner comes on pitch.
Here we go, round 3.
Yeah, let's save our best for last.
Why it's not?
Or worse, the first already wasn't bad.
Well, it's charged really, really, really slow. So, like, this is, like, barely charged.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even say that it is.
I don't know how to plug. I'm sorry.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter, yeah.
We'll just have to make sure that gets to something. Yeah, do it. It'll be nice, especially with flag runner and people. We have a second commentator, everybody. How fun. What do you think they're talking about, Naresh?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think in this game 3, the first 2 games were split between Washington catching game 1 and then Bento catching game 2. Right now, this series, Bento caught game 2. Yeah, Bento caught game 2 because Bento was the one that stuck behind Cole.
Oh, I missed it.
That's all right. What's up?
Can confirm.
Oh.
Justin Cole confirming.
But yeah, so this series is going to come down to whoever catches the flag runner at this point. So I think with Washington, they might even consider conceding a goal or two to get control back and see if they can create a wall in front of the flag runner. Something that's interesting to me is all season, and not even all season, but historically, this Admirals roster has shown that they would want to go Bourne and Howard in this flag runner on pitch scenario. I'm very interested to see how this Balia and Smith,
Bayla.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how this.
With the ball. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
You keep talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very interested to see how this Bayla and Smith pair ends
And
up.
McCahey pushes Boston back over half, and it will be a turnover back to Washington. Got a legal reset. McCahey has been on these illegal resets today, or helping with that illegal reset, pushing people over.
Yeah, I think Mulcahy in the last, for however long he's been playing, he's by far one of the toughest point defenders to go by, and I think you see it this entire series how important he's been.
McConaughey with the ball. We got Bayla and Smith in at dodgeballs. And that is our 20-minute mark. McConaughey with the quad ball. Passes down to Nardone. Nardone back to McConaughey. McConaughey. Back to Nardone. Back up to Nardone, or McConaughey, and just misses. Beat right before. And that is our 20 minutes. I believe it's going to be a quad ball over to Boston. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
discussion happening?
I think this ends up being a turnover. I think the ball, it was a beat before as McConaughey,
McConaughey.
As soon as McConaughey shot it, he was beat before. So it should, from what I saw, it should be that turnover, ball back to Boston, and that should be 20 minutes. But refs obviously have a different vantage point, and our refs know best.
Yeah. Oh, there might be a good goal. Goal's no good.
That's 20
Hard boundary is going to be an inbounds for Boston. That is 20 minutes. Score is currently 8-10 Washington. What do you think they're saying in their huddles?
Absolutely. I mean, I think right now the momentum seems to be on Washington's side with the level of intensity and physicality and just sheer hustle plays that they've been able to throw at Boston in the last, I'd say, 5 minutes of game time. Their passes are crisper. They're finding the open cutters. They're finding the open trailers on fast breaks, and they're finishing on a lot of opportunities that they weren't finishing at game 2, and that's been the difference so far. Boston, they look like, I don't know, they look like they're playing tired right now.
Yeah.
They are being met super high up, and they're getting forced back, and it almost feels like they're playing at Washington's pace. And Boston is a team that if they are in a position where they can force you to play their pace, they're going to beat you every time. So this flag runner on pitch period is going to be extremely interesting, because going back to what we were saying earlier, I do think that Washington potentially has the flexibility to maybe give up a goal in order to make a play for control, and we'll have to see what Boston decides to do, whether they want to just stay on the flag runner or limit the momentum that Washington already has in the quad ball game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it definitely seems like Washington's slowing it down, and Boston is getting a little panicky. Definitely at that midline. They're not quite seeing where they need to be going. Okay. Game is about to re-begin. Got the quad ball starting down at hard boundary with Ozado. Okay. Starting with the quad ball. Nardone's down there, but probably going to get a quick tap from McCready. And starting seekers is Generate and Bento for Washington and Boston. Score is currently 10-8. Set score is 16.
Boston, 80. Set score is 160. 160. Rebound.
An adjustment I'd love to see in this flag runner on pitch period is to see if Generate will wait for his opportunity when he's solo with the flag runner.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Bala?
Baylor. Yep.
Bala looks like he's just going to beat out Bento immediately out of the box. So Generate has a look if they want to get control back, working together right now.
Skura with the quad ball. Skura cuts left, cuts right, cuts back left, back to right. Gets around Nardone, but Nardone gets an arm on him. And ball out to Izada, and then Mayer just misses that top hoop. It was so close, and it's hard boundary. Bento's getting a lot of alone time with the snitch. Ball goes back to McConaughey.
Oh, and this is exactly what Generate wants now. Haviland is back in this play. Great catch by Haviland. Beats out Generate. Bala kicks the ball away. Let's see if McCready picks up the ball on the flag runner side. McConaughey has a no-budger look.
Oh, just misses that top hoop. Can't just try to shoot over Skura on those.
Yeah, and those are the type of possessions you would want back as a Washington player. You are up 2, but that is a catch. That is a clean catch. And we have Generate celebrating, feeling like he thinks it's a good goal. From our vantage point, it looked like it was a good goal. He went right over the shoulder of Cole and just snatched it right from the shorts. We'll have to see if this catch is good. If the catch is good, the Admirals would need 3 to win, and Boston would need 8 to win.
Catch is good. Washington! We got a little celebration. Washington is just ecstatic on the sidelines right now. That's what they wanted. They wanted to give Generate some time with the ball, time with the flag runner, and that's what they did. Stars currently staring down Skura. Star's a fantastic tackler. Skura's a great juker, so we'll see who wins in this one-on-one. Skura passes out to Bertram. Bertram running after with Neutzel. Looks like Ozawa gets the ball, goes up, and Stars with the quad ball, but Morgan's not going to let them go by easy. Hicks calls Stars to him. Stars passes off to McConaughey. Burns scaring them down. McConaughey down to Bear. Bear back up to McConaughey, who hides behind the speeder. Back up to Stars, who's behind Hicks. Down to Nardone. Nardone back up to Stars. Stars over to McConaughey. McConaughey over to Nardone. Nardone tries to run around Skura. Nardone back up to McConaughey. McConaughey puts it through the hoop. Wow. I don't know if that was supposed to be a pass to Stars, but it went right into that hoop.
And you take those. Stars immediately saw that the ball was going through, immediately put the hands up and let the ball go right through, giving the young superstar on this Admirals team the shot and the goal.
If that goal is good, it is. Okay, that's a card on Haviland for playing after beat. But the guard is after the good goal. Time is negated. Washington is just 2 goals away from ending this and getting their second seed, but Boston's not giving up. Rand Dillman trying to hype up her team out here.
Okay, all right. I was like, man, that's like...
I don't know if Dillman's going to get the brownie points from LeCompte in this game, even though she's got a We Love Chris chant going. Bernie absolutely legally manipulating that third bludger, throws the ball away, and we'll see how high Washington decides to play their beaters. They're pressing up, but they're gradually pressing up with their quad ball players. Bernie's pressuring, but Aluzabas gets the ball off to Mayor. Mayor with the ball, slowly trying to control the pace, pass it off to Skura. Skura with the ball on the right side.
Against Nardone. Mayor kind of just picks Skura. Ball goes right over the hoop. I thought that went in, I'll be honest.
Honestly, I think if that hoop was fixed from the jump, that might have gone in. I think it bounced off the top of the rim and
kind of rolled right over.
Yep.
Bear with the quad ball. Looks like Boston's now in a 2-2. What do you think about Boston's changing up their defense almost every single time? They've played every single one today. Down to Stars. Stars looks over to Gaffigan. Gaffigan back to Trudeau. Okay, looking for a 1.5. Burgess runs through, but gets wrapped, gets it back out to Stars. Stars puts it up to Gaffigan.
Yeah, I mean,
Trudeau
talking about the 2-2 that they were running, I think it's good that they're running out different defenses. At this point, Admirals before the 20-minute period, there was a solid 3 or 4 minute stretch where Admirals were getting the looks they wanted. So it's good to see them making adjustments and
Gaffigan
trying
passes
different
down
things.
to Stars. Stars just misses over the hoop, and it's going to be a turnover to Boston. The amount of turnovers there. That was Riley had his eyes on goal. He wants one of these last 2 goals for sure.
Timeout. On the whistle.
Olazaba with the ball. Riley gets pushed back. Ball goes to Skura. Skura walking down. Gaff comes up to hit. Skura passes out to Mayor. Mayor just misses a beat from Howard. Passes over and right through the hoop. Gorgeous goal. Caught Washington just watching. Okay. Trudeau with the ball. Howard comes down and beats. And Gaffigan is going to put the ball through the hoop. Gaffigan came out just ready to prove today.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal play by Trudeau and Gaffigan to run a 2-person game using Diana Howard as the person to just do all the hard work, and they just took the space that Howard created for them.
Oh yeah, that communication right there. I think that was lacking game 2 too. Zaba with it. Howard beats out Skura. Goes down to Trudeau. Trudeau with the ball. Olazaba looks to push Trudeau back over the keeper zone, but gives it out. Oh, Gaffigan gets beat. Back to Trudeau. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a turnover. Beat on Dillman. Field with the ball over to Gaffigan. Gaffigan gets beat. Field has the ball over to Trudeau. Both playing pretty high. They're waiting for their players to get back in. Ball goes down to Stars. Stars back up to Trudeau. Back to Heald. Heald to Gaffigan. Gaffigan's ready to do what he does best. Pass it right into Skura's hands. He saw Stars there. Skura's gonna run, but Trudeau is a wall right in front of him and stops Skura from getting the ball. Trudeau gets the ball.
Yeah, that was playing ball. Skura wanted a diving, reckless dive call there, but that was a clean play on the ball for Trudeau. That was a great effort for Trudeau, and that's not the one-on-one matchup that Skura wanted. Great job for Trudeau to get back on defense and stop that transition attempt.
Trudeau being a wall. There's some people that you can run through, but Trudeau's not typically the one. Heald with the quad ball. Littleton is subbed in. Ball goes down to Trudeau. Trudeau back up to Heald. Heald sees Littleton. Thorne taps out. Littleton, right into the hands of Harry Greenhouse. We talked about Washington slowing it down. It feels like they're just trying to get this last goal.
Yeah, it feels like they're almost trying to be too perfect.
Yeah.
And they're trying to thread these needles, find these passes, and they're ripping passes from well within space. And they just need to get back into their bread and butter where they're taking spaces and then finding their cutters instead of just ripping passes from distance.
Trudeau getting the quad ball at hard boundary and walking it in. Andrews taps out McCahey. Heald working with Bourne. Heald with the quad ball. looking for a good person to pass to. Passes down to Littleton. Littleton almost to that hoop, but just goes a little bit behind. But don't worry, we have McConaughey there. McConaughey getting pressed and almost puts it through that middle hoop.
That's about the third or fourth straight possession of a bad pass by Admirals and just creating a turnover. Fortunately, Boston has not been able to capitalize on that as much as they could have. But right now, the Admirals need to bear down and get that one final look that they want, because they don't want to extend this game and give Boston hope.
Score is currently 15-9. Set score is 16. Washington is 1 goal away. Boston is 6. And McConaughey just stops that goal. McConaughey with the quad ball. And Washington's ready to use their control. Kurtetsky comes up and beats Skura. Gordon Kurtetsky still with the control though. Healed with the quad ball. Healed back to Shane.
Great hit there by Weishart.
Fiona was not afraid to hit there.
This is a no-budget look if Admirals are recognizing it.
And Healed is at the hoop and just misses the catch.
And that's another one. That's another bad pass.
She is tall, but she's
away.
just not quite that tall. Ball back to Greenhouse. Greenhouse to Bertram.
I think McConaughey would want that one back because he had Littleton back wide open on the left side.
Ball goes down to Crawford. McConaughey laying it on thick there to Bertram. Littleton tries to catch the ball, but Morgan with the ball pushes it out to Skura. Oh, Kurtetsky just misses a beat on Skura. Skura looks for the hoop, sends it to Crawford. Crawford scores. Score is 10-15. Just like you were saying, they're just Washington just needs to put them in their grave at this point.
Yeah, at this point, they've been on game point for about 5 or 6 minutes now. I'm very interested to see what the coach, Remy Miller, decides to put Burgess and Hicks back in this game, because it didn't look like Boston had a answer for Burgess's last shift.
McConaughey with the ball, back to McConaughey. McConaughey looks to drive, passes to Hill, and it goes right in. That is game. Washington Admirals takes the second seed for the East. With a gorgeous pass and goal with McConaughey and Hill. That's what they wanted in that last pass. And that is game. Washington just ecstatic.
Yeah, after a disappointing game 2, all the energy and momentum and physicality that they played with in game 3 really made the difference in this game. And it's super exciting for them, for this program, who's had a couple of disappointing finishes the last couple of years, to come back and fight for their spot in the second round after getting swept by New York early in this year. Their journey, their progress this season has been excellent, and they're going to make a tough out at champs. And I don't know that Admirals are going to be the team that people want to play.
Absolutely not. Well, that is the broadcast. Washington ends the game 165-100. Thanks for tuning in. Am I end it now? How do I end it?
It should be, yeah, the X, I think, should be.
Yeah. We did it.
Well,
That's stupid.